That's right. About a 1 minute right now, we're going to have Victor Cortez call in, have the epic interview of a lifetime. So get ready to feel the vibe on Electric Vibes Radio.
Jumping on the moon like an astronaut. astronaut.
Check. What Big Dome? It's that time. Interview time, everybody. Hope you guys are ready. Believe we have a call on the line. Caller, are you there?
What's up, everybody?
What's up? Who we have on the line? This is Mr. Victor Cortez himself. Victor, are you there?
Oh, yeah, what's going on? My bad, couldn't hear you.
Oh, my bad, boss. My bad. Not much, man. I'm just chilling.
Good.
I'm vibing. So, introduce yourself to everybody. Tell everybody who you are, what you do, all that good stuff.
Yeah, man. Well, born and raised in New York. Big basketball fanatic, man. Came to Florida when I was around 17. Played college basketball. After I came back from college, I started pursuing music. Fell in love with it. Been doing it ever since.
That's what's up, man. That's big. So, when it comes to, so I know you're a DJ and everything. So, when it comes to DJing, what's your number one rule when it comes to DJing?
Man, my number one rule is to have fun up there, man. A lot of people take this way too serious, and it's something to enjoy. I feel like a lot of people take the fun out of it. Getting too business-like and all that. It's just, when you're up there, just have fun with it.
That is the way to do it, boss. That's the way to do it. Okay, so, is DJing something you always pursued, or did you just pick it up as a hobby?
I actually picked it up as a hobby in the beginning, man. It was funny how it started. I actually, I went to a local bar here, and got in touch with the DJ there.
Yeah.
And he actually showed me all the ins and outs. It's funny because I actually sat there 4 hours just watching him. I didn't even say a word to him. I just watched every move he made. And I actually did that for a couple months every week, man. It was, kind of weird, but you got to do what you got to do. And
I know that's
I started picking stuff up, and it's been a fun ride.
Right. So it's easy to say that you can go to a bar and become a DJ then.
You know what, man? A lot of people, believe that, you got to be born with something or whatnot. And it's just, if you love something, go with a passion, go do it, man. And I wanted to I was interested, I wanted to do it. So, why not do it?
That's right. Victor Cortez, ladies and gentlemen. It's not just DJ, he's like a wisdom. He's got the mindset. All right. So when listening to your tracks, I feel like I'm ready to bounce. Is that something you plan to do when you make every track, or is that just, coincidence?
Yeah, well, I try and make all my mashups and all my edits to fit into my set. And, when I play, I love a high energy type set. I want everybody to experience, something different and something that they won't forget. So, yeah, and that's what I believe, Melbourne Bounce is. Melbourne Bounce is a very high energy type genre. And, I really, really believe that that's what people feel when they actually see me play.
Wow, true. Respect. Okay, so, how do you come with the ideas when it comes to making originals? I know you do a lot of mashups, but I've heard some of your original music coming out recently. So how do you come with that creative mindset?
Well, I just started buckling down, doing more originals lately. And how it comes about, I usually just literally mess with sounds for a good minute until I actually find something that's really intriguing or something that's different. And from there I'll start messing with notes on the keyboard and all that and seeing how it sounds. But definitely, it always goes into having fun with it and, enjoying the process.
You gotta have fun. All right, so tell everybody on Really Party Network, what is some of your, because I've seen you play a couple times and actually met you through SoundCloud. Tell everyone about some of your esteemed highlights throughout your DJ career.
You know, some of my highlights, man. You know, it's honestly just seeing people enjoy something that I made.
Yeah.
You know, like it's no better feeling, you know, seeing people having a great time and partying with their friends and going wild. Something you made, you know, and that's an epic feeling. And that I honestly think that's my, you know, highlight so far.
Right. I think that's the greatest highlight to have. You know, I'm always about, you know, that's why I call it Electric Vibes Radio. It's all about feeling that vibe, feeling that electricity, feeling that energy. And I feel that through every match, every track. So thank you so much, man, for continually making good music. All right. Okay.
For sure, man. You know, I definitely.
Go ahead.
No, it's like, you know, I definitely try and push that in everything I do. Is definitely that high energy, have a good time type of track. You know, and that's something that I think is important and unique to me. Very,
very important. Very, very important. Okay, so speaking of, you know, feeling the vibe, you know, the live group, what do you believe is your best performance in front of a live crowd? And explain the feeling that you felt that night.
You know, I would have to say recently I did the amphitheater in Tampa.
Shout out
and
amphitheater.
Man, the energy in that building is crazy.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, when I got up, I was, you know, in awe, just seeing everybody. You can feel the energy up in the booth. It was amazing, and you know, that honestly, hands down, is definitely the highlight, the best one I've had.
Yes, yes, man. Amphitheater has been doing some big shows lately, so I'm gonna reach out to them. Eman Holmes, or I call him E-Man. We're actually doing some ticket giveaways starting next week. So once again, thank you Amphitheater for all the work that you guys been doing. And Victor Cortez be throwing it down on the decks though. All right, so
Appreciate
no problem, boss, all day. So are you planning to travel or go on tour in the near future?
Yeah, you know, that's definitely the plan. We're definitely in the works of trying to get out more instead of staying locally. You know, two places that I definitely want to visit is Rockland County, New York. That's where I was born and raised. Would love to go back home, throw down for the family in the hometown. And also, I would like, you know, the Greensboro, North Carolina area, Durham area. I went to college around there, and it would be awesome to, you know, get back out there and, you know, mess with the crowd over there.
Awesome, man. Let's go back to the people, taking it home to them. All right. So, where do you find the creativity to do remixes? I call them bangers with the Z, because I feel like, you know, you not only do you do a mashup, it has like a remix feel. So, where do you find the creativity to make your mashups?
Well, you know, a lot comes, I would say, from like my hip hop background. You know, one coming from New York, that was the bread and butter. You know,
right.
And when I started DJing, I was more of hip hop open format.